Beginners often have a lot of trouble dealing with line weights in CAD drawings. You want any output from a CAD software package to have line weights that vary just like they do when you are drafting by hand. Here's a design for a wraparound garden with an entrance in here to a paved area and then exit down towards the bottom. I've created a layout and we'll zoom extents, and you can see as we zoom in, can you see all lines are of the same width? That width is controlled under Format and Line Weights. We're saying display line weight, the default line thickness is 0.25, and I happen to be using millimeters as my measure, but I could be using inches. So we'll cancel from there. Now let's say we wanted the lines representing the building to have a thicker line. The best way to handle that is to go to your layers column, layer option, layer tool, pick the walls layer, and instead of change line weight from default, and we'll exaggerate a little, we'll make it 0.5 of a millimeter. This happens to be an A3 sheet, so you'll have to adjust according to the sheet that you're going to use. So it's quite easy to change the line weight. So let's OK that. Now with our line weight switch on and we zoom in, can you see we now have considerably thicker line for the building than we do for the rest. Now, say for the sake of argument, we'd like our plant symbols to be drawn with a finer line. Because they're all on a layer L plant symbol, we could set a line weight that's less than the standard. The default happens to be set at 0.25. We could say 0.18, very fine pen, and OK it. And you see now we've got thick lines for the building and much finer lines for the planting itself, and the line weight for the paving, and this block that represents the seating area is set at default. So can you see, well, let's thicken up, say, the paving. So we'll go to the paving layer and we'll make it, say, 0.35. So we're getting some variation in line thickness in our drawing. So now we have fairly heavier lines through there for the paving. Our fence line's quite fine. The line representing the building is much thicker. So I trust that helps understand how to apply line thicknesses in CAD drawings. If you don't want the heavy lines to show, just take off the switch. Now all the lines are in fact fine. But most of us want to have some line